Stufts! My man. So he got second in the end, is that right? Stufts is a really good Dutch player. And also, look, he's got the world record. This one. This is the Vixa one, right? Yeah, it is. Okay, okay. We should be seeing players enter now. And once we do, we're gonna have the POV of some of those players. In the meantime, I'm fixing up my tea. So I do suggest, if you want to get a drink or something, you do it now. Look at this. Actually, crazy maps. Hydrate. Okay, okay. I have a bottle of water. Bottle of water. Got a bottle of water. Mate. Cheers. Edge time? Yeah, maybe we should. Alright, running an edge. We will still be watching the thing, of course, so don't go anywhere, don't go anywhere. Cheers. Nice. After this, I want to do a little bit of driving. So either we do a cool RPG, something not too crazy long, on the campaign a little bit. So do we have any RPGs that we can do after this? Look at the scenery on this. Like a flag, pretty cool. Bottle of water. There we go. Unanimous has joined the server. We will see the players join soon, which means I'm gonna close the camera. See you later. See you later. Later. Alright, here we go. Camera closed. Music will go once we get to the match itself. Don't worry. Don't worry. Heard something about RPG. Yeah, is there like another RPG that I can discover after this? Like a 1-2 hour discovery time? Something not hugely no pathfinding stuff, you know. It's RPG-ish. You got anything like that? Something I haven't played yet? Yo, Polo, what's up? Let me find something? Okay, cool. Like 1-2 hour discovery, you know? Throw it in a room. People can join if they want. What do we think? Like, I don't mind a little bit of pathfinding. I just don't want to be Chem 7ing for 10 minutes before I even find the CP, you know what I mean? Don't love that, personally. Nobody joining yet. I mean, the match was a bit long, I suppose. The other one, so they're still getting their drinks in and their pee on and all the stuff. Match is a couple minutes delayed. Yeah. Also, hello V. Sounds weird saying it to someone else. Have I played Treasure Island? I don't think I did. Did I? You got a link for Checkmania IO? I can check there, I guess. Nax is here. Heck yeah. Nax is everywhere. Scatter. Yeah. Fun emote. Treasure Island. Let's see. Where can I see my own time on this? Checkmania IO. What? Treasure Island. Okay, okay. bozbez. Let's go. Got people coming in here. Mod abuse. Oh no. Oh no, they're teaming up. They're teaming up. Here we go. I'll have you know, I've met V for Revenge at Gamex. Nice fella. Nice fella. No, I disable mod icons again. They're too dangerous. I can actually let me just click them. Lol. Phelan third? Easy peasy? Yeah, look at that. Fine, it's fine. Just like that. Hard Leap by Roxy. We're looking at Betatoast again. Betatoast who got third, right? In the last match that we saw. Right? Yeah, Josh was a second. Yeah, third. Okay. Have you shared the exciting news yet? I actually did mention it, that next week I'll be doing some Dutch babbling. It's the TM Nederland channel, right? Yes, alright, cool. We can do a shout out to that channel, by the way, so that people can follow it for next week. TM Nederland, I think it's called, yeah. There it is. Next week, people. Of course, there's also Bacon League happening. Beacon League. What? Beacon League happening next week. But also other stuff. We have a warm-up here. We are on the map. Xenogen by Whiskey. Good luck. I will be casting the Levinsky Cup. Is the funny yellow map in? I'm not sure. Wait, what's it called? No, it's not. Wait, is it arrogant? No, no, it's not, right? Wait, is it? Was that arrogant? What was it called again? That map is insane. Something else, yeah. By the way, bozbez, fun fact, he was also at the Gamex thing. Also, nice guy. However, he plays with a mouse. Not a keyboard, not a controller, not a wheel, not a joystick. It's a mouse. So, he moves his mouse left to right in order to steer. And then I think right click is full steer or something like that. It's really interesting. Anyway, here we are. First round. Oh, can we close the music, please? Pause the music, and we're going into the first round. We have Ender, we have Stufts, we have Betatoast, and we have bozbez. Thank you so much. And we're off. We have a crash. The first crash of this matchup. It was Ender who crashed out, looking at a second, and Stufts has found himself in first place. bozbez with a nice drift, gets a lot of speed out of that, takes over second, and is now locking arms with Stufts almost. Betatoast still trying to get that second place back. Not quite able to. Has a little bit of a different line here. Loses a lot of, or a little bit of time to Stufts. But bozbez also, it's just Stufts who is really, really fast. Last match we watched, Tween was absolutely driving like a madman. Let's see if Stufts is going to be taking over that little trick right there. And we have the first round won by Stufts with a 1:10.736. 4/10 of a second faster. Number 2, bozbez. Betatoast in third. Ender in fourth. Stufts, the only player remaining at 100. Of course, if you don't know the format, I will tell you how this works. You start at 100 points. Everybody starts there. The better you do in the rounds, the less points you lose. bozbez clipping. And also, Ender has already made some kind of mistake. But yes, if you end up in first place, you don't lose any points. If you end up in second, you lose 4. Third place loses 7. And last place loses 10. If you don't finish at all, you lose 12. The first person who gets to a 0 points in the end goes into last chance mode. And if you are on your last chance, you cannot be last, because then you will be out. You don't have to get first, you just cannot be last. Betatoast clips doesn't even slow down that much. bozbez able to take over second, but Betatoast still very, very close behind. Ender now at 5 seconds of a gap. Not going to be significant in this round. Betatoast jumps into the barrier. bozbez also makes some kind of errors. Stufts is the only one who comes through unscathed. bozbez doesn't quite make it. Has to turtle into the finish. Can they make it? Yes, but last place. Ender was able to snipe it. Wow. Okay, second round here already. Crazy stuff happening. Stufts, again, first place. Not losing anything, still at 100. Ender at 83, bozbez 86. Betatoast at 89. Stufts has yet to lose his first round, but this might be it because he is now in 4th place. However, he is driving up past Betatoast, who slowed down a little bit because of a clip somewhere. Now Stufts on the hunt for Ender and bozbez. And the gap is now 0.4. Let's see if he can close that a little bit. Ender and bozbez driving hand in hand here. Stufts already 0.2, closing the gap. Can Stufts actually do this? That would be crazy. We have one dropping out. bozbez clips. Now only Ender is in his way. Is Stufts gonna do this? This is actually insane. Ender can feel the breath of the Dutchman in his neck. Look at this finish! Ender holds out 18 thousandths of a second, but they still make it. 1:11.1 is not the fastest time that we've seen, but it is enough for the win. Ender says easy in chat. Holy moly. The shade is being thrown. Stufts now losing his first points. But what a comeback still, though. Almost made it to first place. Wow. We'll go into round 4, I think. Yes, round 4 of this matchup. Or of this map. Stufts again in 4th place. Did something. But we've seen he's very fast. So if you are a Stufts fan, there is no need to panic just yet. Because look at that. He's already moving up a little bit. There is Betatoast crashing out. bozbez still in the lead. Now it is Ender and Stufts trailing and hunting. Stufts with the risk. Wow. Has to release a little bit there, though. Very, very close to that edge. And look at that. He's already in 2nd place. This is absolutely amazing. Gonna take a look at Ender now in 3rd place. It is bozbez and Stufts in 1st. Actually, I want to see that battle going on there. bozbez still in the lead, but crashes the finish, and Stufts manages to snipe with a 1:10.8. Wow. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. 3 first places so far for the Dutchman. When we go to our next map, and that is Reshiram by Mephisto. A lot of grass on this map. In the next map switch, remind me that we do an ad break. Otherwise, it's going to come right in the middle. Please remind me of that. Take a look at Betatoast here in this warm-up. If you want to get a drink, you have 50 seconds to do so. After that, we will be starting again. While I also pour myself a little bit of tea. A little bit of Moroccan mint flavor. Very nice. We're all trolling with the ad. This finish is very interesting. We've seen a lot of crashes happen here. You want to turn around on this plastic bounce. Then aim for that center onto that booster. And bump into that risky finish. And if you choose to go for the safe, you just jump onto the road below it, which drives you into the finish. But of course, the risky is a little bit faster. Here we are. The warm-up is over. We're going into the next map. Reshiram by Mephisto. Stufts is in the lead with 96. And then we have Ender with 76. And both on 72 points is bozbez and Betatoast. Let's take a look at who has mastered this map the best. Betatoast, for now, finds himself in the lead. And everyone else close behind, trailing. Here is that ice section with the dirt snap, the bug slide. We have some different lines here. bozbez choosing to go under, I will say. You come out a little bit sooner, but you have less speed. Ender didn't come through that very well. Is looking at over a second of a gap, so it's bozbez and Stufts. Stufts now crashing, but also Betatoast has a weird line. And Ender takes advantage. bozbez still in the lead. Ender taking advantage of that into second place. Betatoast in third, and Stufts DNFs. Has plenty of time to finish here, but chooses to DNF, which costs him 2 points extra. You're in fourth place, it's only 10. A DNF is 12. He has a lot of points to lose, but still might not be a good idea to waste them like that when you still have a chance to finish. However, maybe he just did that to reset his brain, because now he's in first place. Ender and bozbez both have made some kind of error here right at the start, and Ender makes another one. So let's take a look at the front here, which is Stufts and Betatoast. Both choosing to go outside of this checkpoint, which has a lot more speed than the under way, let's say. I don't know how else to describe it. Stufts has a quarter of a second of a lead. Now widens that gap a little. Every checkpoint, this a little bit bigger. Here's that last section. You want to turn around and aim for the center. And both of them seem to be doing that nicely. Stufts manages first place. We have bozbez 11 seconds behind and Ender 15 seconds behind. Still should both be able to finish. bozbez does exactly that, and also Ender is able to finish in fourth place. And there it is. Stufts with another first place. Betatoast half a second behind. A 106.68, which is, for now, the fastest time driven on this map. Next round, we have bozbez. Finds himself hand in hand with Stufts. Ender right behind. 0.3. Betatoast already 0.4 behind. In a match like this, that is quite a gap already. All of them get through this dirt zoop nicely. bozbez and Ender both choosing to go under, but there you go. There's that speed from Stufts, who took the other way. So in the end, the positions don't really change that much. And Betatoast is looking at 0.8, 0.9 now. Basically a second of a gap, which is huge. And here we go. bozbez and Stufts going into this last turn. And Stufts is coming a little bit closer. That is so close. 0.02 of a second. But bozbez manages to stay ahead with a fast time of 106.553. Betatoast finishes in fourth. 1.2 behind. What a great run that was. Stufts now at 80 points. bozbez at 65. Ender at 55. And Betatoast at 51. Next round here. Very precise drifts onto the wood, into the water. Wet wheels, icy wheels, dirt soup, and take that corner nicely. Try to get as much exit speed out of it as you can. Here we see those different lines. We have a clip. I think it was Ender who clipped the checkpoint there. It's going to cost a lot of time. Looking at a second already. It's probably going to be even more than that. bozbez is in first place. Stufts right behind on the heels. And Stufts is pushing it. Stufts is pushing it. Goes tighter here. And Stufts do this. And this is so close, these two. Again, 0.02 of a second. bozbez stays ahead. bozbez really performing on this map. Again, not losing any points. Ender, however, losing 10. That is painful. Let's run the ad quickly. Do they have the same chair? Yeah. Deterministic. The same task. Same task. We're looking at the next map, which is called Arrogate. It is made by Kerberos. We've got some grass here with this reactor section. A little bit of dirt. The slidey surfaces. And here is that outside dirt line, which, if you take it well, will drop you perfectly into that quarter pipe. Which means you have to take it outside, or that is going to be the wonkiest landing you've ever had. That zigzag there that Stufts just did was a lot of releases. Here we have this bug slide strategy that some players are doing. Not everyone is choosing it. We've seen last match as well, that bug slide strategy. If you get it right, it can save you time. But I've seen it go wrong more than I've seen it go right. So it is very, very risky. And I wonder who will be choosing that particular strategy for this one. Stufts choosing to go home to his planet. First round. We have a map called Arrogate. Atom TM, thank you so much for the follow. We're looking at Ender in first place right now. bozbez following closely in second. Betatoast has made some kind of mistake, is looking at 8 seconds on the clock. So we have a top 3 here into the outside dirt line, into that quarter pipe. There it is. And it is Ender who crashes and loses some time. And also, that looked to be bozbez with some kind of different line here. The zigzag section. Stufts comes out of it best. bozbez now trying that. Ooh, that did not go according to plan. Stufts and Ender come through it nice, and they now need to battle for first. Stufts looking at 0.35. Here's this big jump. Ender doesn't quite make it right before the engine off. This could be really, really bad. Because you can't make it to the reset here. Stufts has finished. He doesn't make it to the reset. But where is everybody else? bozbez is finishing. Betatoast is also finishing. And Ender has to redo that whole section. Has to go for the safe option even. Does finish, but it is in 4th place. That loses 10 points. Betatoast, meanwhile, losing 7. That leaves Ender at 35 and Betatoast at 37. There's now a little bit of a gap forming between the top 2 and the bottom 2 in the overall standing of this matchup. We have Betatoast already looking at 0.2 now. But Stufts, Ender are both still very close. Oh, there's Betatoast once again. Coming right back into it. Isn't out yet. bozbez has to release there. Compromises the line a little bit. That's going to cost you a little bit of time. Stufts and Ender fighting it out here. Here is this. What? That is beautiful. Still, I'm not sure how much it saves. It looks very, very spectacular. And I mean, if they're doing it, there must be a reason for it. So I guess it is faster if you get it right. But it just seems like such a risky strat to do. It looks like Ender has more speed here, but maybe not. No, Stufts can't stay ahead. And with 0.2 of a difference, Stufts manages a 112.9 and blocks another first place here. We go into the next round. that reactor up start. Cat wants to cast as well, I think. bozbez and Ender have the best start now. Stufts finds himself in 4th place, which is not a position he finds himself often in. But if we know Stufts, he's not going to let that slide, and he will do whatever he can to get closer and snack 1 or 2 or even 3 positions. Meanwhile, Ender and bozbez fighting it out here. Stufts has already taken a position from Betatoast. Stufts not choosing to go for that bug slide, and that does get him a little bit closer to the top 2 here. Betatoast looking at 1.8. Stufts not with the best exit here. Has to... that is not what you want to see for the Dutchman. We're going to look at bozbez and Ender here, who are making this big jump. Both get it clean. Now they need to get onto this reset, and it is such a close finish, and bozbez actually finishing before Ender does, sniping that 1st place away. Stufts in 3rd place with a second, 300ths of a second between 1 and 2 here. Amazing snipe by the Englishman. bozbez still at 51. Stufts at 69. Can I get a nice in chat, please? Well, Betatoast is at 20 and Ender is at 27. Last round on this particular match, or map. Stufts and Ender, 1 and 2. You see a nice view of that outside dirt line. Quarter pipe. Here you can hear those releases. Lovely demonstration there. We have this bug slide, and Ender doesn't get it nicely. bozbez gets it kind of okay and ends up now in 1st place. We have Stufts in 2nd. Did he clip that barrier? It kind of looked like it, but I'm not sure that he did. Betatoast is at 0.7, closely followed by Ender, who doesn't take no for an answer and takes 3rd place right back. And Stufts can't quite make it happen here with that risky. bozbez drives the fastest time of this map with the 1:12.624. Ender makes 2nd place, Betatoast in 3rd, and Stufts in 4th place. And that, I think, puts him under 60 as well. 59 points now. bozbez with 51. Ender at 23, and Betatoast is looking at a 13 points. That means 1 DNF and they'll be at 1. So at least 2 more rounds before they're at last chance. But once again, if you are at your last chance, when you reach 0, you get a last chance. It's kind of the opposite of finalist, because you cannot be last. If you're at last chance and you get last place in the rounds, you are out. That is your position in the match. You don't have to be first, you just don't want to be last. We have our next map. It's called Heart Leap. It is made by Roxy. Well, I'm gonna have a sip of my tea, because talking all this time is yeah, I need a little bit of tea. So we have 28 seconds till we start. Nice. Moroccan mint. Very nice. Betatoast needs to really watch the positions here. Also, Ender is in danger, because of course, once one person gets eliminated, every player, regardless of what position you end up in, loses 2 points on top of the points you lose for your position. And once 2 players have been eliminated, that goes up to 4 points, so you'll lose that regardless. It's like the blind in poker, kind of. You will lose that no matter what. We are in the next round here. The first round on Hard Leap. bozbez finds himself in first place. We have Ender and Betatoast right behind, and Stufts with a 0.8. But here is Betatoast clipping. Maybe Stufts can take advantage of this. Should have more speed. There he is. Just as I said, Ender and bozbez are hand in hand here. Going through the CP, through the triangle. Ender, who has 23 points. bozbez still has 51. Who will come out on top here? Ender needs it. bozbez clipping. Touches the side on that outside dirt line, meaning Ender takes a little bit of a gap. Here's that precision bit. Jumping into the finish. Stufts almost comes flying in there. 0.03 of a second. Does not quite snipe it away. bozbez holds on to second place. But Ender gets first place, which was very, very needed. And Betatoast loses 10. Betatoast is now at 3 points. Which means anything but first will put him at a last chance. Betatoast needs to get first here, or this is going to look very, very grim. Stufts, first place. Ender in second. Betatoast now in third, still catching on. A little bit of airtime here. It's just nothing to blink about. This looks so good when they're all driving that same line. However, Betatoast now clipping the side again. Loses the gear, has to make up for that somehow. Stufts is on a tear at the moment, with Ender on his heels. And it does not look like Betatoast will be able to get first place here. Stufts now driving into those last turns. There we go. Ender manages second place. bozbez in last place. Betatoast did manage to snack a position here, forcing bozbez to take 10 points. Puts them on 37. Betatoast now. Last chance. They don't have to get first. They just don't want to be last. Those are the stakes. All of them know it. The pressure is on Betatoast. How will Betatoast handle this? For now, not too terribly. A lot of speed there. Finds himself in second place. Stufts in first. The whole field close together. And we have a crash here. I think it was Ender who clipped that. And now this gives a lot of breathing room for Betatoast, because no doubt on the splits, Stufts crashing too. Losing speed there. bozbez in first, but no doubt Betatoast can see all these splits here, and they know that that means they are safe as long as they just don't make a mistake here. bozbez in first. Of course, there we go. Crashing. If Betatoast can take first here. That looks like they touched. Yeah. Betatoast touched. First, if Betatoast can take first, that would be good to, oh my god, force others to lose points. But you keep crashing, giving points to others. Ender, 112.5. It's not a fast time, but Betatoast is still safe. Meanwhile, Ender, 19 points. bozbez at 33. Stufts at 42. Betatoast still. Last chance. Cannot be last. Cannot be last. And now, they are in last place, but mistakes happen so frequently in this competition. Like right there. Stufts crashing out. I love the demonstration that he gave me right there. Stufts looking at 1.5 seconds now. Betatoast can hold this position. They are safe. bozbez and Ender fighting for first and second. Of course, you really want to get the first place here. Any points you don't lose is huge. Nice outside dirt lines. Let's see who takes the first place here. And also, let's keep an eye on Betatoast. We have a crash. I saw a crash there. Betatoast managing second place because we saw a crash there right at the end. Stufts ends up in fourth place with Ender in third. bozbez doesn't lose any points, stays at 33 and actually takes over first place now. The next map we're going to is Xenogen by Vixa. Map we've seen many times. bozbez now in first place. And Betatoast still has to stay sharp, still their last chance. We have 1 minute of warm-up left. While I take another sip of tea. I like shortening names without referring to him, her as Beta. I see, I see. I mean, if they name themselves that, I guess they don't mind, right? But I don't know. I'll just say Betatoast. Works for me. This finish we've also seen go wrong many, many times. People touching that last precision bit at the end there. Ooh, interesting line. Of course, that's not the line you want to take because there is a slow-mo. Just call him Toast, yeah. Alright, Betatoast still at the last chance. And not get last place. If they get last place, they're out. Any other position will work. Of course, you want to get as high as you can to force your opponents to lose points as well in order to buy time for yourself. All four players now very close together. You do find Ender in the lead. And I think that was a crash there. A little crash by Stufts. Drops down to fourth. Betatoast now in third place. bozbez, Ender, 1 and 2. Diving down into that plastic in between those boosters. And we see Stufts' nose popping up here. And Betatoast needs to be careful now. Betatoast needs to be careful. He is now in fourth. He needs to get one more position somehow. Has to hope for a mistake here by one of the other four players. And that slows you down. This is not good. Does someone make a mistake? No one makes a mistake. That is all she wrote for Betatoast. GG. Betatoast in fourth place, and the rest of them will continue with Ender at 8 points, Stufts with 25, and bozbez 33. Everybody will now lose 2 points for sure, and then on top of that, whatever points they lost for their position. So it will go a little bit faster now. And this could get very, very crazy because they're all so close together. Stufts finds himself in first place. bozbez right behind Ender, right behind that. The gap is only 0.3 from one to last. And now Ender takes over second. Can we see bozbez here? Yes, we can. Stufts and Ender. Very close together. Ender has to get first or second here, or they're going to be at 0. Ender really wants to get first. Cannot afford to lose any points because they're at 8. Stufts, however, doesn't want to hear it and gets first place. Ender does manage to finish in second place with a 110.601. Stufts gets first place, only losing 2 points here. Ender is now at 2 points. No matter what, Ender will be at 0 after this round. The question is, how many points will he make Stufts and bozbez lose? 23 and 24 points respectively for those two. They still have a little bit of wiggle room. The ball is in Ender's court now. For now, though, he's in 3rd place. And also Clips, that's going to lose a lot of points. That's not what you want to see. Take a look at the fight at the front here. Oh, Stufts clips something. Will Ender be able to take advantage of that? Not really. Stufts already still in 2nd place. bozbez in 1st. 0.6 behind is a Dutchman. Going into the last turns. The last precision jumps. Ender at 1.6 seconds, and we have bozbez securing 1st place, only losing 2 points, forcing Stufts to lose 6. Will now be at 17. bozbez only at 22, and Ender is at 0, which means their last chance, and they need to get 1st place, or not 1st place. They need to not get last place. Last place means you're out. Ender knows the mission. And he successfully completed. For now, Ender not with the best start. Already at the back of the field. Taking a lot of risk though. That did pay off. He's now in 2nd place together with Stufts. We're looking at bozbez in the rear. But the gap is still very, very small. Mistakes are easily made in maps like these. So no matter what, you want to always keep pushing. Because someone else might just screw up. Even if you are in last place. For now, it is bozbez in last place. bozbez, who has 22 points, is 1st overall on the leaderboard. Stufts and Ender are now finding themselves in 1 and 2. Ender, though, slowed down a little bit. Not sure what happened there. But bozbez is driving dangerously close to Ender, now overtaking even. bozbez is still in 2nd place, but this is so incredibly close. Can he hold on to that position? He can. Whew. Ender in 3rd. That is it. Unfortunately, could not hold on to that last chance and is now eliminated in 3rd place while we go to the next map. Wow. The map is Reshiram by Mephisto. The score is Betatoast is already eliminated in 4th place. Ender is eliminated in 3rd place. And we have Stufts with 15 points still in it. bozbez 16 points still in it. It is going to go between those two. All of them will lose 4 points no matter which position you get. So you either lose 4 if you are in 1st, or you lose 8 if you are in 2nd. If you manage not to finish at all, you will lose 16, which will put either of them at last chance. So there you go. Prediction has started. Let's hear your predictions. Submission's closing in 5 minutes. That might be too long, I'll be honest. By that time, it could already be done. But we'll see what happens. You close it in 1? Okay, okay. The warm-up has ended. We still have 10 seconds of ad left, but then we will be back. We have Stufts and bozbez battling it out for the win here in this matchup. Stufts with 15, bozbez with 16. Whoever gets to 0 first will have to fight for their last chance. And we have a mistake here by bozbez, who can't even make the jump now. Has to respawn. That is gonna be very painful. That might be 8 points lost there. Stufts now. First place. Has seen the splits. Knows they have 8 seconds. 10 even. bozbez needs to be careful with the respawning and the muscle memory practicing here. They may need to make sure they finish. But that does look to be happening. Stufts has finished by now. Here we have that turnaround finish. On the ice, you bonk the plastic, you aim for the center. And there it is. Stufts with a 106.545. bozbez is now at 8. Stufts is at 11. If bozbez gets second, they'll be at 0. I think we need to close the prediction or it's going to be contaminated, so to speak. But let's see. Close? Alright. Stufts in first for now. bozbez hanging on. Even comes a little bit closer there, it seems like. But Stufts has the better bug slide. Here we have those different lines. As you can see, bozbez goes under, but has less speed. The Stufts comes right by. The difference is now half a second. Again, if bozbez loses this, they're in second place. They will lose 8 points and will be at 0 on their last chance. It is vital for bozbez to get first here. He has to hope for a mistake from Stufts. That does not look to be happening. Stufts will finish in first. And bozbez with 2 seconds behind finishes in second, puts them on last chance. 2 rounds he has to hold on. He has to get first now, which means Stufts will lose 8 points, will also be at a last chance. And whoever wins then, that's gonna be it. So 2 rounds max is the situation here. Stufts for now in first place. bozbez has to push it. Here's that dirt slide. Stufts comes out first. There's different lines. A lot of speed from Stufts. bozbez has to do something here, or Stufts will run away with the win. Has to hope for a mistake. Stufts isn't known to make those very often. But still, and there's airtime. That is not good. That is not good. It's not quite out yet. Can still hope for a failed finish from Stufts. bozbez actually, with a different line here, doesn't work out. Stufts will finish. bozbez tried what he could to do some kind of bug slide thing at the end there, but it wasn't quite enough. bozbez takes second place. And Stufts will end up in first with only 3 points left. Very close matchup. Overall, GG. That was very cool. And let's see. Most of the prediction gamblers, I've got it right. GG. Wow. Okay. That was very spectacular. Let's see. I think these were the last rounds of matches for today. Next week, of course, there'll be more matches like this. Usually starting at 3.